Hello there and welcome to the Norton Live Builds Reveal. And thank you very much for joining us here today. Over the past 5 episodes, we've been creating our own Norton Live sign. Where we started the process with a very large piece of carbon steel sheet covered in mill scale, a little bit like what we have in front of us here. So really dirty, really dark looking and really not a very nice finish at all. So we had 3 particular requirements for this build. The first one, it's got to be big. I think you can see by the size of this sign under the cover here, it is quite a size. Also, the next one was 2 different finishes. That is a linear finish and also a polished finish on the sheet as well. And the last of all, it needed to be backlit, of course, for visual impact. So it looks really nice and striking when you see the sign. So to get what we have made under this sheet we have in front of us here, which I will reveal what we've done at the very end of this stream, we've used a multitude of abrasive processes, which I will explain to you now. Okay, so the first step is going to be scale removal. And to do this, I chose our Razor Star fiber disc. With our Razor Star grain, really sharp and aggressive to get through this scale fast and efficiently. It also leaves a really nice finish around about a P60, even though it is a 36 plus grit, it does leave around about a P60 finish. Why is that important? Because we've got a lot of processes later where we're going to refine the finish, so I don't want to put a big scratch into the surface in step 1. Step 2 is going to be scratch removal. Okay, so I said there's less scratches with Razor Star. There are still some scratches there where we need to refine here, and to take that, I chose our Rapid Prep extra coarse disc. The reason for choosing this product is because it has our patented vortex grain on here, so I can actually remove the scratches from the Razor Star product really quickly and also give us a really nice finish. So after that, we need to cut out the letters. Okay, to do this, I chose our Norton Quantum 3 cutting disc. Now, there are lots of different thicknesses of cutting discs out there in the market, but I went on this occasion for a 1.3. This disc gives me a really fast cutting action because it's quite an awkward position I'm cutting in, so I want to get it done as quick as I can. But a 1.3 thickness actually gives me stability in the cut. So it makes sure every cut that I do is as straight as it possibly can be. Right, now on to removing all the sharp edges and the burrs. So first of all, I'm going to have a look at the sharp edges on the external part of the sign. And to do these, I chose our Quantum flap disc. The reason for choice on here is because I'm edge working, which is very aggressive on products, and a flap disc is a really robust structure that can cope with this without breaking or rupturing. And again, with our Quantum ceramic abrasive, we can get this done really quickly. Then we move on to smoothing these sharp edges. Of course, the Quantum flap disc, with it being a ceramic, it's going to leave a scratch, and I want to take that away. To take that away, I used our Rapid Blend 5am. Okay, so that is again a vortex grain in here. So it will blend these scratches really quickly due to the power of the vortex grain we use in this product. But also, again, it's a nice robust disc that's not going to rupture or rip or tear on the sharp edge of the sheet here. Then we move on to our internal burrs and the radius corners inside the letters, as you can see here. To take off all these burrs here, I used our Norton Extreme carbide burrs. Absolutely perfect for running along the lengths of the internal parts of the letters here, but also, as you can see, radiusing these corners really fast and efficiently. Very nice product to use, this one. Okay, so once we've done all the deburring, that's finished now, we can then move on to what I say the overcuts, weld removal. So remember when we cut all these letters out, we had lots of overcuts on the sheet here. We welded them back up, but now we need to remove these welds if we're going to have a nice flat and uniform finish. And to do this weld removal, of course, I'm going to go back to our Razor Star fiber disc in P36. Again, for all the reasons I said before, fast, efficient, takes off the weld really quickly, but it also leaves a nice finish without a deep scratch that I can then blend on our next step, which is scratch removal again. And same as step 2, I'm going to go back to the Rapid Prep extra coarse in Vortex. With this product, again, thanks to our fabulous Vortex grain, I can easily and quickly remove the scratches I got there from the Razor Star fiber very quickly and efficiently, as you can see here. Okay, so once that's done, I now need to do some surface blending. Now, I only really need to do this on the areas that we're going to be polishing later on. So that's the top section here with the Norton letters in there. And again, to do this sort of refining of the surface here, I'm going to use our 5am, the Rapid Blend 5am product to take that off. Really comfortable product to use. It's not going to gouge into your surface and make you different shapes on there. It's going to be nice and flat. But in this occasion, I'm going to follow the 5am Vortex product with our 2SF. That's a softer product, this. It's got silicon carbide abrasive in it and a fine grade. And what that'll do is blend the finish we had from our Vortex product to a nice bright finish. Well, we always get a brighter finish from silicon carbide. So we just refine that finish later on for when we polish on the next step, funnily enough. Okay, so our rapid polish here is our white product, purely just felt abrasive on there. I'm going to use that, or I did use that with two different compounds. First of all, a brown compound, which has a little bit of abrasive grain in there to help cut through any random little scratches we've got left after the 2SF product. From that, I'm going to use our white polish obviously on a different rapid polish disc because I don't want cross-contamination. I'm going to go over the same surface again with the white just to give it a nice bright finish. Okay, we've done the polish. Now we need to go on to the linear finish side of things. Okay, so easiest way to get a linear finish is with a flap wheel. Okay, so that will give us a linear finish. All discs will give us a rotary finish, but flap wheels will give us a linear. So first of all, I need a wheel with some power, some cutting power. So therefore, I'm going to choose our interleaved flap wheel. This has medium grade Beartex pad and also P60 or Grit 60 coated abrasive. That's going to cut into the surface of the sheet and also give us a nice linear scratch at the same time. Step 2, again, another flap wheel, but this is just Beartex, so no interleave coated abrasive flap. I'm going to go over the surface again just to bring down that scratch to a very fine sort of linear, nice homogeneous finish. Okay, so after we've done that, remember this is carbon steel, so what we need to do before we do anything else is a prior coat of lacquer, and that will protect the carbon steel from going rusty in the future. And then after this, we need to attach our lovely lighting gel to the rear of the sign. It'd be daft if you put it on the front, wouldn't look good at all. Once we've done that, we can then attach the LED lighting panel with our nice one-bod MS hybrid grab adhesive, and we are done. Okay, so that's all the steps we've used to create our lovely sign. All that's left for us to do now is the reveal, the moment you have all been waiting for, and me, because I've forgotten what it looks like. Okay, so mine, please can you dim the lights? Wow, nice effect. Okay, so the lights are dim. Here we go, guys. Wow, look at that. I think you can agree that looks pretty damn impressive there. The lights look absolutely beautiful and the lovely finishes we've got on there look really, really, really impressive. So hopefully you guys are as impressed, or maybe even as surprised as I am at how this has actually turned out. So I am actually really chuffed with this. Let's take a closer look on the actual side camera where we've got here today. Okay, you can clearly see on this image here the two different finishes we've got. On the bottom here, you can see the nice linear finish we've got, which is a very common finish in the marketplace, and also the nice shiny polished finish we got at the top over the Norton section here. So two very different, very common finishes, and I think they both look quite striking next to each other, especially with the backlit part of it on here. So I think you can see how well defined the letters are, the way we've cut them out very nicely, all the nice radiuses here on the corners, and how well they actually look with the backlight in here as well. It really does make that quite striking. Works really well. Okay, so mine, lights back up, please. Okay, so I think it's quite interesting, and it's been quite a nice journey we've been on to make this sign and actually clearly show you what you can actually do with a few simple tools and a range of Norton abrasives. It's quite impressive what you can achieve, by yourself by doing this. Okay, so I think that's it for us for Norton Live Builds for 2024. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with us and on the journey with us to create this lovely sign. I've certainly enjoyed producing it. From Norton Live Builds, from myself, Paul, from Martin on production, everybody here, goodbye, and we'll see you next time.